This is Luke Skywalker, son of these two, and nephew of those guys. All his life, Luke has dreamt of adventure and excitement, and still has a whole universe of possibility ahead of him. So then why is Luke sulking? Because he's going to be stuck on this rock for the rest of his life. Now the story of a galactic empire, a rebel alliance, and one orphan son who had no choice but to bring them all together. It's Star Wars, a saga. It was a usual boring day on the surface of Tatooine, and as Luke was craving anything out of the ordinary, he noticed something unusual in the sky. Not those are always there. The explosions right below it weren't.
Well, come on, get in gear.
And with news of a battle, or literally any news, Luke left, and left the Treadwell droid to a battle of its own. Luke took his newfound discovery to Tosche Station, a frequent haunt for him, his totally important friends, and almost forgetting what you were doing.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's a battle going on right here in our system.
Not again, forget it!
What's all the
Can you
noise
come
about?
back down here and play the game?
There they are. Let me see.
That's no battle, hotshot. They're just sitting there. Probably a freighter tanker refueling.
But there was a lot of firing earlier. Hey!
I tell you, Luke, the rebellion's a long way from here. This planet, big hunk of nothing.
I doubt if the Emperor would even fight to save the system.
Hey, you watch it.
Luke was hurt. Not just because his friends didn't believe him, but mainly because
Did you hear that? This is madness.
But more on them later. Back at Tosche Station, Luke continued to forget about his chores.
Look who's talking. You've been hanging around the Starfleet so long you've been sounding like my uncle.
And while the two droned down about nothing in particular, Biggs revealed a big secret.
I made some friends at the Academy. When our frigate leaves for one of the central systems, we're gonna jump ship and join the Alliance.
The rebellion?
Quiet down, will you? You got a mouth bigger than a meteor.
I'm quiet.
Listen how quiet I am. You can barely hear me. My friend has a friend on Bestine who might help us make contact.
You're crazy. You can wander around forever trying to find them.
I know it's a long shot, but if I don't find them, I'll do what I can on my own. It's what we always talked about, Luke. I'm not going to wait around for the Empire to draft me into service. The rebellion is spreading.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm stuck here.
You'll get your chance to get off this rock. You're going to the Academy next term, aren't you?
Not likely. I had to cancel my application.
What for?
My uncle needs me.
Oh.
The two went back and forth for a while, but Luke, unwilling to make the plunge, had already made up his mind.
Well, take it easy, buddy. You'll always be the best friend I've ever had.
So long, Luke.
And with that, another of the last tolerable remnants of Luke's life had been swept away. With the day it had closed, Luke returned home to seek comfort in his aunt and uncle, when this unrelated comment slipped out.
Thinking about our agreement, about me staying on another season. I want to transmit my application to the Academy this year.
You mean the next semester before the harvest?
Sure, there's more than enough droids.
Harvest is when I need you the most. This year we'll make enough on the harvest that I'll be able to hire some more hands, and then you can go to the Academy next year.
But it's a whole nother year.
Look, it's only one more season.
Yeah, that's what she said when Biggs and Tank left.
Where are you going?
Looks like I'm going nowhere.
Which brings us back to Luke now, trapped by forces beyond his control, with his superiors forcing him to obey a set of rules that neither benefited him nor he believed in. In many ways, he was just like these guys.
We're doomed.
Okay, their situations weren't exactly the same, but who's to say which party really had it worse? These guys did. These guys had it much worse. Enter Darth Vader, Lord of the Galactic Empire and known for having a short temper. A very short temper.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted?
There's the short temper.
We intercepted no transmissions.
A very short temper.
Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
The situation was bleak. And like Luke, this passenger was also trapped.
Set weapons to stun.
And she never set for stun.
Darth Vader, only you could be so bold.
Don't act so surprised, Your Highness. Several transmissions were beamed to the ship by rebel spies. I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Take it away! I have traced the rebel spies to her. Now she is my only link to finding their secret base.
Lord Vader, the battle station plans are not aboard this ship, and no transmissions were made.
The next day, a large yet mobile junk heap that was the Sandcrawler lumbered onto Luke's uncle's homestead, looking as it always did to sell its collections. Its pilots, the hooded Jawas, made up for their size with an assortment of thrice-beaten, second-hand, once-functional droids, fit for only the cheapest tightwads of buyers.
All right, fine, let's go. You, I suppose you're programmed for etiquette and protocol.
Protocol? I'm a
All right, shut up. I'll take this.
Shutting up, sir.
Luke! Take these two over to the garage, will you? I want them cleaned up before dinner.
But I was going into Tashi Station to pick up...
Don't waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Now, come on, get to it.
All right, come on. Uncle Owen!
Yeah?
This R2 unit has a bad motivator, look!
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
Excuse me, sir, but that R2 unit is in prime condition. A real bargain.
Uncle Owen!
Yeah?
What about that one?
What about that blue one? Take that one.
I'm quite sure you'll be very pleased with that one, sir.
Oh, Biggs is right. I'm never gonna get out of here.
Is there anything I might do to help?
Oh, not unless you can alter time, speed up the harvest, or teleport me off this rock.
I don't think so, sir. I'm only a droid and not very knowledgeable about such things.
It was another boring day on the surface of Tatooine. And while all three of these guys were trapped by forces beyond their control, this one orphan son had no choice but to accept his lot and make peace knowing that he would be stuck on this desolate rock for the rest of his life.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
What's this?
On the next Star Wars, Luke and his new friend enter the Boonta Eve pod race.
Yes, that's much better. Uncle Owen's not gonna take this very well.
Vader formulates a new plan.
None of this ever happened. I was never here.
And the Treadwell droid's grand adventure begins. And ends.